repetition is the father of all learning. And if that's not true or not been made apparent to you in your life right now, let me give you a few examples of how you yourself have repeated things over and over again in order to learn. So I'm going to start with some really basic examples. Think about when you was a kid, a child, and you were trying to learn how to walk. Now, you're not going to remember this, but I mean, think about the kids you know, because you was once them, right? Every time they try and walk, they get up and they stumble. Do they stop there? No, they try again, right? They repeat this process over and over again until they can finally stand, and then they can waddle by holding something, and eventually you can walk. And it's through that repetition, doing things over and over again. Now, you can learn behaviors that are both productive and counterproductive. And so by repeating the process of opening the cupboard, going in and getting that crisp packet and getting that chocolate and then filling up the tumbler glass with full fat Coke and Dr. Pepper, if you continuously do that, then not only will you become a fat bastard by the end of it, you learn this behavior. It becomes a learned behavior. I've given this example before many a time, but think about when you were crying and you're moping, oh, this happened to me, and your mum says, it's okay, right? She rubs you, gives you a little kiss and gives you a chocolate or a cookie and says, fuck off. And now you got that cookie and chocolate and suddenly you're not so upset. Thanks, you just eat this chocolate like the little good fat boy you are, right? That's learned behavior. You've repeated this cycle so much over and over and over again. Every time I'm sad, I eat. If I'm sad, I eat. And so you've done this so many times, it becomes learned behavior. So if you're someone who struggles with bad habits, think about, well, how many times have I repeated this action in order for it to stick? And now think about how many times you're going to have to do the opposite to counteract this habit and to take away from the current habits that exist in your life. If you don't want to fall into binge eating, if you don't want to go into your old ways, then you must learn and repeat the new habits you have in order to counteract that. So some small actionable steps. Every single time you're about to do a learned behavior, simply acknowledge it and understand, I'm doing this purely out of my animalistic, instinctive nature. This isn't a conscious decision. I didn't consciously walk up to the fridge, open it because I was hungry. In fact, I did that because I've repeated this process so much that it's learned behavior. It's a habit that when I'm bored, I just open the fridge. And that's step one. Just knowing that, oh shit, I opened the fridge because I'm bored, not because I'm hungry. I'm opening it because it's almost a habit that every time I'm bored and I'm just strolling about the house, I open the fridge or the snack cupboard. Now, the reason I'm so confident in being able to say this is because I did it and I still do it, right? It's a learned behavior. But the more and more you attack this, you'll find that, oh, every time I open the fridge, I'm like, fuck off, mate, you're not hungry. And I close it. And that's the difference between the winner and the loser. It's not that you don't open the fridge entirely. It's that comeback speed. It's being able to course correct in real time. Because if I can open the fridge and say, oh, this is a mistake, in that moment, then I don't fuck up, right? Even if I'm eating midway through my meal, I can be like, fuck, this isn't a meal that I should be having. It's learned behavior. And I can stop there and there, right? It's about how fast can you fix when you do slip up. And so that's it from me, boys. Repetition is the father of all learning. And we can go into how you can use this tactic and this philosophy and mantra in order to learn the skills that you wish to acquire. However, I've decided to frame it a little bit differently on today's short video and just talk about how a load of your bad habits come from, again, this same philosophy. You've just repeated it over and over and over again. And so if you want to break a bad habit, you must do the habit breaking technique as frequently as you did when you first established the habit. So if it took you 100 repetitions to build this habit of binge eating, it might take you 110 repetitions of trying to break that cycle, right? Repetition is the father of all learning. WinnerKrizz out.